Today we're going to make this easy groundhog hat craft. So to get started, we are going to need a pencil, a black marker crown or pencil crown, some scissors, some glue, and we're going to need paper. I am using a little bit of white, some black, brown for my groundhog, and green for the grass. If you don't have these colors, it's okay. Use whatever colors you have. Be creative and have fun with this craft. The first thing I'm going to do is take the green. This is the green for the grass. I'm turning my page so the long side of my page is in front of me and it is left to right and the short side is top to bottom. Then I'm going to pull up from the bottom and fold it over. So I'm just folding it over so it's long and skinny. That creates this little straight line here, a crease line. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that. So you will notice when you are done cutting, you will have two long, thin rectangles. So you're going to take those two long, thin rectangles and we're going to glue those together. So just take your glue and on one end, just put a little bit of glue and glue them together. Okay, move that down a little bit and now take your brown piece of paper or whatever color you're using for your groundhog and you're going to slip it underneath the green piece of paper. Now your brown piece of paper is the tall side, so it's tall side top to bottom, short side left to right. And then I'm going to take my pencil on the left side and I'm going to just go down and kind of make these zigzags. So I'm going down and as I'm zigzagging, I'm getting lower and then I'm zigzagging back up to the edge of that brown piece of paper. So we put that brown piece of paper, we zigzagged all the way across, we kind of came down and then back up, and then I'm going to cut it out. Now when I put that brown piece of paper under, you can see, remember I said I put it from the tall side and not the long side, because we don't want this cutout to be super, super big. We just want it to be enough space where it looks like our groundhog later is popping out from under the ground. So you're going to cut that. Then, remember that piece of paper that we had tall, the brown, tall and long. Now we're going to flip it over so it's the wider. So it kind of looks like a hamburger. Before it looked like a hot dog, now it looks like a hamburger. And you will see now it doesn't quite fit on that space. It's a little bit bigger. So that's okay. Go right to the corner where we started drawing. And then you're going to curve up, around, 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 and all the way to the other side. So I went and curved from one side to the other. Then I'm going to pull down that grass and right the bottom here, right where I ended my curve, there's a little bit of space. So all I'm going to do is draw a straight line on the left and a straight line on the right. So those two straight lines. Then I am just going to cut it out. So this is going to be the head of our groundhog. It's just a big, huge, kind of like an oval shape, but then there's two straight edges at the bottom. Okay, then you're going to take that and you want to glue that to the grass. So this bottom piece, you're just going to see the grass, you're going to glue that over top so that the little head is sticking right out. So just make sure everything is working and then you're going to glue. If something didn't work, that is okay. Just go back, pause the video, try it again. It's not a problem. Okay, here we go. I'm just having some problem with my paper here, but now we've got it all sorted. I'm going to take that grass and just glue it right on top so that my groundhog is popping out from under the ground. Okay, now you can see the back. There it is. It's glued on. And we are ready for the rest of our groundhog. So let's add some details. I'm going to use some of that extra brown paper. I'm just going to trim it off. And then I'm going to take this piece and fold it. So I'm going to fold it in half. And the two straight edges go together. We need to make some ears. I'm going to grab my pencil. Now right on those straight edges, all I'm going to do is draw a curved line. So it's like a half a circle. So I'm going to go up, curve it all the way to the other side. So I went up, curved it all the way over like a half a circle, and I'm going to cut that out. So that is going to be my ear. And because I folded it, I'm going to have two of them. So they will be congruent, same shape, same size. Now I'm going to take my black piece of paper and I'm going to fold that over as well. And And I am going to take that straight edge at the bottom and I'm going to use my ear that I just made and use it as a tracer. So I'm just going to trace right over top of that. And then I am, oh, you know what? Let me show you. I'm going to trace this just so you can see better with a white crayon. So there you go. Now you can see, now right inside, leaving a little space, I'm just going to make another one that's exactly the same but a bit smaller. So then what you're going to do is cut that out. So I want it to be a little bit smaller because it's going to go inside the little brown ears. Using that same piece of black paper, I am going to draw a circle and cut that out. So this is going to be for part of my eye. That will be the pupil. Then I'm going to open up that black piece of paper and draw an oval, and that will be for my nose. And once I have my nose drawn, I will cut that out too. Now I'm going to take my white piece of paper, I'm going to fold it over. I'm folding it over in half. I'm going to take one of those circles, remember the circles we cut? And I'm just going to place it near the bottom, not right at the bottom, but near the bottom of the page. Grab my pencil, and I'm going to use this to guide how I want my white part of the eye to be. So I'm going to move to the left. I'm going to draw a line that goes up and then curves around that circle and back on the other side. So you can see I went up, I curved all the way around and back down, and I just have a little space on either side. So it's bigger than that black circle. If this doesn't work, you could always just cut out a very large oval. That will also work. Now I am going to do some gluing, so I'm going to take that black little piece and glue it right inside my brown. I am going to do the same thing for my second ear. I am going to take those black circles and glue them into the white. There we go. It's coming together nicely. Now let's try to put them right on top here. So a little bit of glue on the edge of that ear, and I like to slip it in behind. So I put one in behind on the left. I take the other one and put it in behind on the right. And then you want to make sure that you place those eyes down the way you like them before you glue them. So I think that looks great. So I place them first, then when I'm happy, then I go back and glue. You can see I'm just kind of angling them a little bit instead of going straight up and down, but you do what works for you. Then I'm going to take that nose and I'm going to glue it right in the middle. Now I'm taking my marker, I'm going to draw a little line that goes down and draw 3 little dots on the left, come down to the right and draw 3 little dots on the right, and then I'm going to curve around to make my nice big smile, curve around one way to one side and curve around to the other side. And there he's looking super happy. Remember that white piece of paper? We're going to take that and just cut out a little rectangle. This is for the teeth. So I'm just cutting out a little rectangle. Then I'm going to place it right over top of that black smile we just made. And with my pencil, you should be able to see through. I'm just going to trace. So I'm tracing just that smile, the little top tip of the smile, and then I'm just going to cut it out. So I'll just trim off the extra. So yours might look a little bit different depending on what your smile looked like. You can see mine just fits in there like a little puzzle piece. And before I glue it down, I want to take my pencil and draw a straight line right in the middle. Show that now instead of just one tooth, it looks like 2. So straight line right in the middle. I'm going to grab my black marker. You can use your black crayon or pencil crayon depending on what you have. I'm just going to put a piece of paper under here so it doesn't wreck my workspace and just go over top of that pencil mark so that it pops a little bit and you can see it better. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm going to glue it down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and put that in place. He has his little teeth. Perfect. They look so cute. Oh, I just have to rearrange them. There we go. Now, in order for this to be a hat, we have to close it off. So all I'm going to do is turn it around and glue the little edges that are left over together. So you might want to measure your head to see how much space you will need. Maybe an adult can help you with this. And then you just glue that hat right together so that it is ready to wear. And now you are ready to be your own groundhog. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.